Welcome to the first part of my review. This is going to be things that I hate about Mario RPG. Now, in the next episode, I will be talking about the things that I love about Mario RPG, but you could say that this is the most important part because these are the things that I absolutely despise while playing Mario RPG, and that I think if they fix would be a perfect game. But today we're going to hate. I'm a hater. I'm a hater. And I absolutely despise these things. Let's start off with the end of the game. Because if you've been following my channel, you know the last episode was the finale. Now let's talk about the finale. We fight Smithy in that wherever we are. And then, you know, he breaks the platform like a moron and he transforms into a piece of garbage. What the freak was that transformation? That was the biggest hot steaming pile of doo-doo garbage that I've ever seen in my life. That transformation was super doo-doo ass. The boss fight was 20 minutes. It wasn't good. That's why I only showed you about a minute or two. It was probably one of the worst bosses I've ever seen, and one of the worst transformations I've ever seen. And if I were rating the game on the final boss alone, I'm giving it a super F. A super duper uber F. Because that was atrocious. I hated every second of it. I thought the Mario Wonder boss was bad at the end of the game. At least it was quick and easy. You know, pause. But this was unnecessarily long of a boss fight for no reason. It was trash. It wasn't good. It was so stupid. I honestly didn't like it. I think if you would have told me that the first Smithy fight was a little bit longer, you extend that out, and that's the end right there, we beat him, we get the start, I'm totally cool with that. And I think that's a great ending. I think it ends perfectly. Nothing crazy, nothing absurd. That last part though, bro had 10 kajillion health, bro. Like, it's like, bro, come on, man. I'm hitting him with every move I got. Like, what the freak? Let's move on, bro, before I get even more mad. The final world. Man, I'm gonna be honest. When we were in the weapons world, I don't think there was a whole lot that I enjoyed about it. I think that, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't the biggest fan on the planet. You know, when you enter the world, you fight like these little weird Goomba things. I beat the shit out of them. There's like the clones of like some of our past fallen bosses, but they're super easy to beat. You can actually one-shot a couple of them. The Smithy guy, the Speedovich. There's a Speedovich clone. He's pretty easy to beat. He's nothing difficult. They're just clones. Fake clones. They're not that hard. They're pretty weak, actually. So I thought it was cool. I thought it was a cool concept. But then you get to the part before you fight the little 3 knights. It's the same knight, but he just has more health each time. I wasn't a fan of that because I didn't feel like that was very, you know what I mean? I was okay with it, but I just thought it was such a, like a simple-minded fight. It wasn't like anything like, okay, like we're really tapping in. Like, it didn't feel like super creative. I was not a fan of that. It's not that, I don't want to say I hated the final world. I just think that it wasn't my favorite. It wasn't my favorite at all. I wouldn't say it was. I wouldn't put it in my top 3. What would I put in my top 3? All right, whatever. Anyways, on to the next one. This part I actually really hate a lot. Mario being locked in the starting lineup. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Mario's kit is trash. And I truly think that Mario's character is also trash in this game. And honestly, if I had the choice, my starting lineup is Bowser, Geno, and Peach. That's what I wanted. But Mario was locked in that starting slot, so it forces me to have to put Mario in. His kit is trash. His kit is trash. I am sorry. It does not matter what you think or say. His kit is garbage. I actually really don't like his kit. His kit is so bad. It's jump, better jump, and the bestest jump. Well, what the freak is that? Like, bro, and apparently you can do the jump thing 100 times. Ultra jump, you can do 100 times. What do I look like sitting here pressing jump 100 times in one turn? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. No. And, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like, he felt like the weakest link throughout the entire game. There's times where I just didn't want to revive him, especially during like the final couple of bosses. I'm like, yo, Geno and Peach, y'all gotta lock this in, because Mario is just being sorry. I'm just not. Mario just, I wish they would have let me like mess around with more lineups. You know, I didn't like that he was locked in as a starting lineup. because I wasn't a fan of it. I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't like. There's definitely times where I was like, man, Mario is not going to help me here. I need him out the lineup, but I have to have him in the lineup. So it's like, all right, bro, y'all got it. Next up, Malo. It's Malo. Like, I really don't need to say a whole lot more. He be opening his mouth and he just be leaving it there. Like, what the hell? This part of the game is something that I felt personally was frustrating. I felt like there was more of a priority for defense over offense, mostly because unless your characters have an insane amount of HP, which mine didn't, there was no point of building your characters towards offensive minded. Obviously, as y'all know, every time I would level up, I'm upgrading some sort of attack. I'm upgrading my attack. It does not matter. I was upgrading some sort of attack throughout like the first 15 levels of the game. Then we got to the Axe and Rangers, and I was still doing that. All the items I had were geared towards offense. I had all items that would be like plus 30 defense, but minus offense. I'm like, nah, I need my offense. Offense kills. Damage, damage, damage. And, you know, it felt impossible to not die immediately in 2 turns when, you know what I'm saying, my defense is a little low, but my offense is so high, but I'm still not killing things that quick. I think the emphasis on defense over offense was something that bothered me, because I didn't even have my best defensive items in the final bosses, but I bet you if I had those on, I probably would have died, just because my defense would have been so high. But that leads me to my next part, the spam of unblockable attacks. This was probably one of my least favorite parts of the game. I felt like during some boss fights, motherfuckers are spamming water geyser, spamming shooting star and whatnot, and it's like they do that 3 times in a row, and now my team is dead because I'm getting Mickey. Like, if you don't have Peach in your starting lineup, you're getting mollywopped. Like, that's really what it is. And then Mario's locked in your lineup, so you can only go for a character to either Geno or Bowser as far as like an offensive minded team, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted my team to be centered around offense. But if I have Bowser and I have Geno in the lineup, well, if I get hit with 3 Starbusters and 3 water geysers in a row, well, we're all dead, and that's the end of the run. So it's like, bro, why is he able to spam unblockable attacks? It's one thing if he can use an unblockable attack every couple of turns, because sometimes these enemies will get 2, 3, 4, or 5 attacks in a row. The Axe and Rangers, man, they attacked me 8 times in a row at one point. It got bad. I was furious. 8 times in a row. A couple of these attacks are AoE attacks too. I can't block it, and it's doing crazy amounts of damage. So now I'm dead. What the freak? Like, that shit was trash. Like, what the hell? That shit was annoying. I really hated that. This next one, I truly was mad about. XP scamming. Man, the amount of times I would defeat a high-level boss, a strong opponent, and I'd get like 30 XP? Excuse me, I just fought Dumbledore in the last room and I got 60 XP from that. So why the freak am I not getting at least 100 XP for some of these bosses that I'm fighting? Like, boss level monsters with transformations and everything, 30 XP, 0 coin. Huh? No items, no nothing, hello? I'm sorry, I don't remember putting my difficulty to no XP mode. I'm like, bro, what are we doing? It was a scam. It was a true scam how they did that to me. It's like, bro, how you gonna sit here and do that to me? That's fucked up, man. They was being stingy with the XP. They wanted to see me lose, because what the freak? And last but not least, we have the meter animation damage. I'm gonna be honest, some of these fancy animations, all for nothing. Some of these moves were trash. We're average at best. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if I'm charging up an entire meter and I'm using an entire meter move, I better see more than 300 damage. There's times where my meter moves would do less than some of my regular attacks. I might have well just attacked him regularly. It's like, bro, what are we doing? Why is this doing no damage? Why is this doing 10, 20 damage? This hoopla. Hoopla! What's the point? What's the point? It was just like, man, what's the, like, we're over here jumping through the sand biomes. I'm over here kicking Bowser's shell and Peach throws a star at it. That star should be worth at least 600 damage. Yeah, like, it'll do 600 damage on an enemy with no defense. But what about enemies with some defense? That move should be, like, these animations should be stronger. As you level up. I don't see why not. Because after a while, it was like, I'm like, what's the point of an animation at that point? Like, what's the point of my meter move if I could just use a regular FP move and do more damage? It was so frustrating, man. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. But that is all for the things that I hate about Mario RPG. If you agree with most of my things, say in the comments, yeah, you're right. And if you disagree with most of the things I said, I want you to go in the comments and tell me you're still right. Because I'm right. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, if you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. So, I love y'all. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, family, systems, special place there. Point two. I'm sick. I know y'all probably hear it, but I'm sick. I'm sorry. Like I look like a bum. I know. Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me. I'm sick. Are you making fun of a sick person? Oh, cancel this guy. Cancel this guy. Get him out of here. I love you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next video. Peace. Ah.